Hi everyone, my name's Anne Marie. Welcome to this card making project. We're going to make a gorgeous card using lots of Anna Griffin products and a little bit of flock today. So the first thing that we've got is our base card. Now everything that I do use for new viewers will be listed below the video on my blog, and it'll show the item and the item title. If there's any more information, I'll include it to the best of my ability. So the first thing we've got is a 7x5" card base. Now this is my favourite size of card base. I just feel it's the right size. There's not too much to cover, it's not daunting, it's not too big and it's not too small. Now that's how it looks on our cardometer, where it sits to give you a good idea of what size it is at home. Because I know some people think, oh well, I can't tell what size it is. So I made this cardometer so that you know what size an A4 is, A5, and then our card is the 7x5, which is the next size down. So that's what we're going to be working with today. And as always, I'm going to use a bone folder, and I'm going to make sure that this edge here, the folded edge, has got a nice, neat line, because that gives it a professional finish when it's sat on a mantelpiece. So the first thing that we're going to do is the inside. Now the first layer is from Anna's Summer Fall 7x5" layers, and the double-sided, and I'm using the pattern side, which is a blue, and it's kind of like an olive green stroke khaki brown, if that makes sense. But this is going to be our base layer on our card. So I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and I'm just going to peel that away, and then we're going to place the layer in the centre of the card. Now in the pack of layers there's two sizes. This is the slightly smaller of the sizes, I think it's 6x4, and the larger size of the 7x5" layers. We will be using one on the front of the card. So that's the centre of our card, our sort of base of our focal point. Now I'm going to be using Anna's Gold Flourishes kit for this card, and I've taken one of the large circles with the flourishes. It's rather floral, and I'm going to be using this in the centre of the card. Now I just want to show you something that I've done, which might give you a handy tip for using your own if you can't think what to do with them. Don't be afraid to die cut them. I've die cut the centre using a circle die, and I've just taken the centre away, and then using the same die I've cut a circle out of some ivory cardstock, and I've stamped it. I actually stamped it then die cut it, I did it in that order. So, and I know that the circle is going to fit inside of our Flourish sticker. So I'm just going to simply place this in the centre of our card, like that, and press it down. And then the die cut circle that I've stamped, and I used the 22 clear birthday stamps from Anna, and I used a black Stazon Ink Pad for the actual stamping. I do like the black Stazon for text stamping. I try and use others, but I find the Stazon is adaptable if you're going to ink and blend around the edges. So I'm going to take the piece that I've stamped, and I'm simply going to slot it in the centre, because I know that it will fit perfectly, like so. And it just sits in that aperture that we've made using a die. So I'm going to finish the centre of the card off using two more of the Gold Flourish stickers, and I've taken two of the roses, and I'm simply going to position these at the side of our Flourish circle. Now in the kit of the flourishes, both the silver and the gold, you get left and right facing roses so that you can use them at either side of your project and they balance out. So we'll just pop the second one on that side. There we go. And that's the centre of our card done. Now obviously there isn't a great deal of space if you're wanting to write a really long message to the person you're sending the card to. But there's enough space for a to or from, or you can always write on the back of the card or on the back of the front, as it were. So that's the inside, and I think that's really pretty. It's going to match really well to the outside. So I'm just taking my bone folder and giving it another score along the edge. So the base of our card is the larger size of the layer from the Summer Fall collection from Anna. And again, I'm using the pattern side, not the plain side. I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, just for preparation. And we're going to just add the layer across the top of the card, like so. Now the next section, what I've done for the next layer is I've taken one of the flock layers that Anna has in the 7x5 inch size, and it's a kind of like a khaki browny green colour. It's beautiful, and I've trimmed it down using my craft knife. So I wanted to show you it as a whole, and then I want to show you what I've done to it. So I've trimmed it down. I'll show you the full one again. So I've just kind of taken away a little bit of this blank space around here, but I've kept the actual pattern. And then I've trimmed it so that it will sit on our card and make up the pattern again. So I've got double-sided tape across the largest section of the flock, and I'm simply going to position that through the centre of our card like that. And then, because I've already got glue on the base of these flock layers, I know that the position on the edge of the card, like so, and I added the adhesive basically so it's a little bit easier for me and you're not having to watch me keep adding the glue, and might get a little bit boring for you if you're watching that. So, and you can see it all come together nicely this way anyway. So we'll just pop that in that space. The centre one, I'll show you the full layer again so that you can see the difference, because it might have been hard to tell on the wax paper. There we go. So that is the flock on our card base, and we've cut it away from the full sheet. So you can see, and you can see the tones in it. It's all the same sheet, but it gives different tones in the light. So we've just cut away some of the extra background. So next what I've done is, following on from the inside, I've got one of Anna's gold Flourish stickers, and this is the large circle. Now they're all stickers in the kit, and you just simply peel away the back of the sticker and it comes away nicely. Now for anybody that's had trouble sticking onto flock, if you think you're going to have an issue, now I don't tend to, but I thought I'll show you this, you can just add a little bit of glue to the back of your Flourish, and that will help it stick, like so. There we go. Next, what I've done is I've got a sentiment from Anna's favourite sentiment sticker collection, and it just says happy birthday to you. I'm peeling the back of it away, and I'm simply going to position it through the centre of the circle Flourish, like so. Then at either side of the Flourish, I've got two of the roses like we had for the inside, again a left and a right facing one. Now what I've done is I've taken the back of the stickers away and I've actually put 3D foam on the back of this just to give it a little bit of a raised effect. So I'm going to position them like we did on the inside, just to either side, like so. Press them down. Again, if you have problems sticking to flock, just add a little bit of glue, and then I'm just going to reposition this one, see if I can peel it away because I'm not quite right with it. If you have problems sticking to the flock, just add a little bit of glue, again on your top of your 3D foam stickers, because all adhesive is different and you never know if it's going to stick or not. So those are the two little roses from the Gold Flourish collection, and I'm going to finish this off with a gold bow, and I'm simply going to slot one of the tails at either side of the layer of our birthday sentiment like that, and position the bow just at the top of the Flourish circle, and that's our card finished. So we've got the gorgeous gold on the inside and the same matching pattern for our insert, and then we've got the gold and the flock on the outside. That is such a pretty card, and the metallic of the gold will just stand out so well in the light on a mantelpiece or a windowsill. So that is a gorgeous card. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. If you've got anything to say, please feel free. Please hit that like button. Check out my blog because there's so many different projects on there, so much information as well. And feel free to comment, click like, share with your friends. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.